Welcome to the tutorial for the SongbookDB request plugin for MTU Hoster. This allows you to have requests that singers send via the SongbookDB network to jump straight into your Hoster playlist. I cover a lot in this video. If you want to skip through parts you already know, I have the times indexed below the video on YouTube. Also, if you are completely new to SongbookDB, go check out the quick start video first before you watch this one. That will get you up to speed with how SongbookDB works and how all the pieces come together. If you've already done that, then let's get started with a quick overview of how the plugin and hoster work together. You have the SongbookDB plugin for hoster on your computer. You also have Hoster on your computer. You make a couple of changes to Hoster's settings so that it knows that you want to use the plugin. You'll only have to do this once. The next time you're at a gig and you open Hoster, the plugin will automatically open also. You switch requests on in the plugin, select your venue, and then requests begin to arrive from singers. Hoster alerts you that a request has arrived. You open the plugin from Hoster and either manually add the request from the plugin into the playlist in Hoster or use the auto add feature so that the request automatically jumps into the playlist. I'll explain all of this in more detail shortly. If you've already got a SongbookDB account, contact us so that we can convert it to an MTU Hoster account for you. Depending on the account you already have, there may also be a price difference. If you don't already have a SongbookDB account, jump over to songbookdb.com, go up to the top menu and then click on Register a Songbook account. Scroll down until you see the MTU Hoster button and click that to end up at the correct sign-up page. Scroll down and the first thing you want to enter is your show name. Next up, your country, and then the general area in which your gigs will be. Now you want to choose an admin login. This is an email address and a password. After that, choose a username and password for the request login. Now we have a separate login for requests because companies that have multiple DJs may not want their DJs having access to the admin section, but will want them to have access to the request section. However, if you're the only DJ in your company, or you don't mind if your DJs know the admin login details, tick this checkbox to make your admin and request logins the same. Tell us how you found out about us, complete the anti-spam, tick yes, and then register. Click the activation link in the email we send you and you'll end up at this page. Okay, before we start connecting the plugin to Hoster, we need to get our songs from Hoster into SongbookDB so that singers can start searching them. This is a two-step process. Step 1, export our songs from Hoster. This is simply one click of a button. And step 2, import the resulting file into SongbookDB PAL so that we can upload it to SongbookDB. Something to be aware of, whenever you add new songs to Hoster, you'll also need to repeat the following process so that any song changes are reflected in SongbookDB. So let's go ahead and do that now. Click the Songbook menu, click the SongbookDB button, and at this stage it'll ask you if you want to use disk IDs or book IDs. Just choose whichever you've chosen to use in your Hoster database and then perhaps tick the Remember this selection checkbox so that you don't have to worry about it in the future. I've chosen disk IDs, and there it went ahead and created the file that SongbookDB needs. This example only has 12 songs in it. I prepared a file earlier that has about 5,000 songs, which we'll import into SongbookDB in the next stage. Now we jump into SongbookDB PAL. I'm going to assume that you've already checked out the quick start video about how to set up SongbookDB and SongbookDB PAL. So I won't go through logging in and everything like that here. We'll just get straight to importing a hoster file. Now you can import this file into a current song list in SongbookDB PAL, or if you don't have a song list set up, you can create a new one like I'll do here. Pick a name for the database file, and she's ready to go. Right, we want to go to the import drop down and select MTU Hoster Song Database. Choose the rig we want to import to. Rig 1's fine. When you hit import, you're not required to browse to the file. PAL automatically knows where the file is located. And there she goes. Those 5,000, or near enough 5,000 songs imported into SongbookDB PAL. Hit upload. And once this is done, our songs will be online, ready for singers to search. Once again, if you didn't understand any of that process there, check out the main quick start video and that will get you up and running. Now that our songs are set up, let's set up the connection between Hoster and the plugin. Click the Tools menu in Hoster, then choose Settings, and then click the SongbookDB button down here on the left. Now we want to make sure that this last checkbox, Start SongbookDB when Hoster opens, is ticked. So the next time that you open Hoster, the plugin will automatically open. Now I'm just going to close Hoster and then restart it so that you can see how the plugin automatically loads. There she goes, plugin auto starting, and back to the start screen. Now, something to be aware of, just in the Settings tab in the plugin, these represent the connection between the plugin and Hoster. They are the default settings, and they will work fine as long as Hoster and the plugin are on the same machine. But if you want to run the plugin on a different machine to Hoster, you can do that. Jump back into Hoster, head back up to the Tools menu and select Settings, then back down to the SongbookDB button, and take note of the IP address and the port setting in this section here. And then jump back into the plugin. You want to enter that IP address into the address field here. Then hit connect and it should all be fine. But for most DJs, just leave it as it is. Okay, the quick tour. The default screen is where you receive requests. The next screen to take note of is the account screen, where you log in and also set up your subscription when your free trial runs out. The shoutout screen, shoutout lets you send messages out to the crowd. I won't go over that in this video. It's exactly the same setup in SongbookDB PAL, so go check out the quick start video to get up to speed on that. We are already familiar with the MTU Hoster connection settings. We discussed them a couple of minutes ago. But over here, you can now change the font size for the app. It affects the tabs and the data in the request grid. We have a help screen, contact, and about. Right, let's go ahead and log in. We'll tick the Remember Me checkbox so we don't have to do this again. And the plugin retrieves the venues we've got set up in our SongbookDB PAL gig guide. Now, you may not have any venues set up, so you'll see an error message here. It tells you to go set up your venues in PAL. If you don't know how to do that, go check out the quick start video. I cover all of that in there. So I'll go ahead and choose the venue I want to log into, And there it is. You'll notice the status light is green now. That tells us we are connected to the server and we're ready to receive requests. Right, our plugin is connected to Hoster. We are logged in and requests are turned on. So let's jump into the Singer app and send ourselves a song request. So we are working happily away in Hoster, and then bang, a request comes in. So click this to bring up the plugin, and you can see our request has arrived. It's a greeny blue color because new requests are greeny blue. The song is for Sean. It's called Prima Donna. It's by Marina and let's click that to see who, the Diamonds. We have the version, the time it arrived, and over here the add button. Click that to add the song to Hoster's playlist. It also updates the status of the request on the SongbookDB server, but it all happens so fast typically that it looks like one operation. Now by default, requests are hidden after you add them, but you can always view them by ticking this Show Hide Added checkbox. I'll leave it ticked so we can see what we're doing. Okay, say you don't want to have to manually add the request to Hoster. You can come up to here and switch on this handy little auto add feature. So the next time requests come in, bang, the plugin automatically adds them to Hoster and automatically updates the request status on the SongbookDB server. In this next example, I deleted a song file from Hoster, so you can get to see what happens when a song request doesn't make it through to Hoster successfully. You get this nice bright pink row that indicates there's something you need to take care of. And under the error column, it gives you a bit of information about what happened. As we get further into the development of this plugin, we'll add more detail into the error codes so you can quickly figure out what's gone wrong. Right, it's the beginning of the night. We have 3 requests in already. Things are shaping up pretty good. Then the singer decides to go to their song request folder and cancel a song. There it is, gone. Meanwhile, we're back in Hoster and we get a request alert come in. Click the request alert to get to the plugin and there's the cancelled song. So what we want to do now is come over here and just delete it out of the system. Yes please, gone. This also deletes the song from Hoster's playlist. It's happened several weeks in a row. This dude Sean has put a song up and every time you call out his name, no one turns up. He's probably at home playing some sort of joke. So you can ban his ass. So go ahead and let's ban him. Yes please. Gone. So what that means, if he tries to send you a request now, his phone will say, no, you've been banned, go see the DJ. This also deletes any songs in Hoster that banned user had previously requested. Now if he comes up and he's like, dude, why did you ban me? I'm just really shy. I don't know how to get up and sing karaoke. Okay, he's not jerking you around like you thought. Then you can unban him. Just go to the banned users list and delete him from it. That's simple. Buzz is a simple and effective way to let singers know, hey, your song is ready to sing. So when you send a buzz message, this is what the singer will see on their phone. And that's it for this tutorial. You can find more tutorials at songbookdb.com/tutorials.